Another day, another dollar. I don't have anything for you, I'm sorry. I don't have anything for you, I'm sorry. Messed up day today. They didn't have an operating restroom. They have a bush in the side of the parking lot. So I'm waiting to put my camera up. Someone coming up begging for a couple dollars for gas money. The Thorntons across the street from the TA in Antioch, Tennessee. I put the cameras up to try to get decent shots going through Nashville. We got what's left of a hurricane pushing behind us. What is it, Francine? You call it? I don't know. I'm not trying to be an ass, and I know a lot of people get mad at me when I talk about it, but that's okay, they'll get over it. Times are hard right now, I get it, but even when times are good, you always have people begging for money at the truck stops, and I'm not the kind of person to hand out a nickel. I've done it in the past, and I've literally watched myself get burned. So I'm not willing to do that any longer. I don't lie and say I don't have anything. I just say I don't have anything for you. What I do have is I don't mind helping people if they're legitimately needing something, but people that are just walking around begging, you can't verify if they're actually like legit screwed up, like made a mistake, they just ran out of gas, or that's just their way of earning a living. That woman didn't look like she was hurting for food. She eats well, as do I. But with that being said, you know, times are hard for me too. What do you think I've been running so damn hard for? Non-stop. I haven't been able to get my videos out because I've been driving more than editing, and it's been slowing down the production on the channel. Times are hard for everybody. And I've sat in this truck many an hour thinking about mistakes I made and why things are hard right now. The mistakes, different choices maybe I should have, would have, could have made. I also think about how can I work harder, how can I make more, How can I make more out of the same amount of time that I have? How can I better leverage myself and my time to spend money smarter that'll make more money in the end? So I sit and I think about this. So I'm not trying to be mean, and I do actually say a prayer that lady back there has some thoughts in her head, thinks about how did you get to where you're at a gas station begging for a couple of dollars? How did you get there? And how can you improve on that? What can you do today to say, this is it, I'm done? And make better choices or come up with a better idea. How did I get this bad off? Honestly hope and pray that she figures that out. Like I have to sit here and figure it out. But the only thing I've ever known when I felt financial stress is to just go and work. And even if I don't have the answer for today or tomorrow, it may eventually come to me. But there's no way in hell I'm ever going to get in a better situation if I don't bust my ass today. If you learn anything, I hope you learn that. And I do honestly, sincerely hope and pray that that lady back there figures out the same. Giving her a couple bucks just enables the problem. Yeah, you could just put your spare on there, buddy. I'll just leave it there. The guy that drives the Prius can't change his tire. Leave a comment below. morning, everybody. It is the next day. We're here in Iowa. We're not far from our drop-off, hopefully. I say hopefully because I don't have an actual good address. The paperwork they gave me gives an address that is, according to Google Maps, in the middle of nowhere. It doesn't exist. And then the point of contact never answers his phone. I left a message, that was yesterday, and I probably called him 6 or 7 times throughout the day. I've given up on that. The address given is off of Iowa 79. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop into Middletown, Iowa on Highway 79. Now I looked on maps and I see like an Army training center that looks like a bunch of trucks in the backyard. So that's either where we need to be, or they'll know where we need to be. Either way, that's how we're going to do it. It amazes me that the point of contact won't answer the phone. And I know he's got the phone on him, because sometimes I call, it'll ring once or twice and then go to voicemail, and other times, most times, it'll just ring like 7, 8 times and then go to voicemail. So it is what it is. By the way, we're only a handful of minutes from the place, I think. Today is Friday, and I messaged dispatch yesterday. There wasn't any plan for loading today or even Monday. That was as of yesterday. Things might change today. And I'll be honest with you, I'm hoping not. So we don't wind up picking up anything or have any plans for Monday. Me and Jen are probably going to take, hopefully, waiting on a phone call to find out. Take a ride on a motorcycle and go check something out. Might be big for the channel, might not. But I'd love to take the bike out anyway. See, there's this place here, United States Army, Iowa Army Ammunition Plant. Where they make ammo or something. That's not Iowa Army Ammunition Plant. Yeah, that has nothing to do with us, I think. If you look at it from the Google Maps image, you don't see any trucks there. like it over here. This looks nothing like what I saw on the satellite image. Okay, so 178.79. You gotta be kidding me. This is the given address. Let me try this clown one more time. Back up. Voicemail again. Alright, let's go up and down 79. Texas Ave. Let's try this. This one says no trucks or trailers. Okay. Flap your hands all you want. I gotta turn around somewhere and you got the lot. I figured out you guys, that address back here ain't no good.
Nope. It's around the corner by Casey's.
Okay.
Right there.
Okay.
It's the exit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. There's a guy in the tent. Check out with him.
Okay. On the other side. So make go out back around back to Casey's and then make a right. Sounds easy enough. Alright, let me angle it around so I can back out. He's over there flapping his arms like it's the wrong way. I'm like, well, I gotta go somewhere. Turning around ain't an option the way I guess he was thinking. Not a very well thought out plan here. It's alright. That's how you get it done. Just figure it out. Work through your troubles. Work your problem. Alright, I guess I'll see you on the way out. Little town, these little houses. $16,817. That's the right address. Sign says entry. It's going. It's been a day. So apparently 17,879 ain't the right address.
Doesn't surprise me at all.
Not in the least.
You're gonna go down to the T, that's follow the van.
Right. Hopefully I'm finally in the right place. Bad address and the point of contact refuses to answer his phone. Yeah, so I'm driving around looking and looking. Of course I go to the other place out there, that's the address given. So I have to literally find you on satellite view to maybe, hopefully. You know literally how I found it? Satellite view, the pictures of the trucks. That's it. That's what we're down to. Yeah. Just drop it right here then? All right. that goes to show you, literally last night, for me, I dropped a video of the bull crap I went through to get unloaded in Groton, Connecticut at Subbase New London in Connecticut. Wasn't so much the security part of it, whether they'll let me on or not. Apparently not having convictions isn't enough. Just being accused of something isn't enough to keep you off that base. But the point of that video wasn't so much what had happened as much as it was the difference between the sailor at the guard shack versus the civilian at the guard shack. Civilian started a big fight with me basically and escalated it to where I thought I was going to come out of there shot. He just started yelling and screaming. What all I was saying was, hey, can you tell me what the issue is? Like, can you just literally read your screen so I know what the problem is? The sailor had no problem talking to me. He just wouldn't read his screen, but he would talk to me, you know, respectfully and all, and wasn't give me a ration of crap or anything. The civilian escalated to where I thought he was going to get me killed. Here, and that's the difference between military and civilian. I'm sorry. You know, I'm a civilian myself, and I don't, believe me, I don't run around screaming. You know, I don't run around playing the veteran card. You know, I was in the Air Force, but I didn't serve in any combat. And I understand the spokes in the wheel and all of that stuff, you know. And I've had guys literally talk to me and be like, hey, you know, when we were in Iraq, this is them talking to me, we were in Iraq and we called in an airstrike, you know, when Iraq was like the Wild Wild West, you know. We called in an airstrike. Thank God for guys like you keeping planes like that running. And I know my planes that I worked on were in theater there years after I was working on them, but I get emotional thinking about that because I know I did damn good work. But the guy, to me, the guy repairing aircraft and the guy kicking down doors and getting shot at, there's a big difference to me. May not be to you, but there is to me. These people just came back from Saudi Arabia. That's the equipment that they worked with while they were in Saudi Arabia. I thanked the lady. I said, thanks for being there. I wish I knew Army ranks. I didn't pay attention. I thanked her for being there for me. She thought I meant being here now to unload my truck. I'm like, no. That's not what I meant. I know how my son gets with the thank you for my service. He's like, I haven't gone anywhere yet. I'm just doing what I do here now. But you get the point. But I'm grateful. But as soon as I pulled up, they started jumping right on the trailer, yanking the chains off. I mean, all I had to do was put my chains away and take the trailer apart. I didn't have to do anything. They did all that work. The civilians would just sat there and watched and smoked cigarettes and laughed at you. And that's the difference. Back there at Groton, the sailor, he's accountable. He'll be masted if he treats a guy like me terrible. The civilian, no accountability, and that's why it happens that way. And that right there is proof. I honestly wish that somebody in politics, and I know why, it'll never do it, because the civilians are GS workers, or government service workers, the part of the government service union, and you know which political party they give all their money to is a union. That's why they're there. But they're not, it's not mandatory for them to show up should, God forbid, a domestic attack happen in the United States, which is what these National Guard armories are for. The civilians will show up. The soldiers, the airmen, the Marines, you know, sailors, they will. The civilians won't. But so much of the base relies on civilian labor, they ain't gonna show up. That's number one. Number two, you get a lot more done if you have the military members doing the work rather than the civilians. The civilians are very well paid to do very little, while the military is severely underpaid to do most of the work. And that's insane. But that shows exactly what I mean.